Why do you fall into unhealthy relationships? Because a lot of people mistake intensity for intimacy. They throw everything that they have into that relationship, thinking that they're building something amazing, but the reality is these things take time. To build a proper foundation for a relationship, it takes a while. And you also have to believe that you can reasonably find a healthy relationship. Otherwise, you'll be more encouraged to stay in those bad ones for way too long. A few tips I can give you to these is take your relationship slow. I know it's exciting, I know those feelings are just intense, and you just want to move things really fast. Take it slow. And I know I'm kind of a hypocrite on this one. I took my current relationship pretty fast, and I feel like that's one of the mistakes we did make, but in some cases it does work out, but that's not the ideal. Don't sacrifice your whole life. You see, some people put everything on hold. They revolve their entire lives around the other person. And that's overall just not healthy. And continue taking care of yourself and have strong boundaries when needed. When you have weak boundaries, you're more open to being hurt by the other person. And not only that, but that resentment and anger builds up, the anxiety. Then you lash out, and then you become extremely rigid and bitter to the point where you can't have reasonable boundaries. Instead, your boundaries are just unreasonable. So it creates the opposite extreme. That's why you need to be careful in that sense and just maintain consistent boundaries. You don't want to just be tolerant of things that you normally wouldn't be tolerant of just because you're in a fresh relationship that's exciting. And overall, just look at the beliefs that you already have about relationships. Do they actually make sense? And does this new person match those things? Or are you just kind of forcing them to fit, like trying to force a puzzle piece that doesn't fit into the wrong spot? A lot of us have the tendency to do that, and when we're like emotional, everything feels great in the honeymoon period. You just got to be careful. You got to try to use your logical brain as much as possible.